Today I'm going to be reviewing two products from the Must Have Ideas company. If you're anything like me, you see these ads all over Instagram and Facebook, and as you know, I am a sucker for an ad. And the two products that I'm going to be reviewing is this, that's supposed to help you open jars and bottles, and this Mould Magic. I'll put a timestamp for Mould Magic just in case you just came to this video to see a review for this. A few months ago now I bought this and I think it was about £9.99. The reason I bought this is because I am so weak and I really struggle to open bottles and jars, and sometimes I lose grip in my hands or sometimes I get numbness in my wrists, and then I really just find it impossible to open things. So I bought this to help me out. So as you can see, this has got a regular bottle opener, and then you use this to put on the top like a ginger bottle and turn it. This is supposed to help you open a jar, and then it's got this bit here for ring pulls that you would tuck in like that and pull it back, and then it's got this little bit here, and if you've got like a packet of crisps or a packet of sweets, you put it on there, squeeze it down and pull it along. And it might have other uses, but that's the only ones that I can remember off the top of my head. When this first got delivered, I was a bit raging because the one that I ordered, the one that was on screen and on the advert, was like a light grey colour with purple inside, and that was the one I thought I was getting. So when I opened the packaging, and I was like, why have they sent me one in black and red? Now I know that you're thinking, is it really a big deal? But it is a big deal because I thought that it was going to come in grey and purple. And then when I watched the ad back again, I realised that they also had this on the ad, but at no point does it ask you what colour you want. Obviously they don't think it matters, but it matters to me. But anyway, it hasn't stopped me from using it. I must admit that it's handy to have. Like, I've never used this bit and I've never used the bit for packets, but I use this often. And the one to help you open bottles is quite helpful, but the jar one hasn't really helped me at all, to be honest. I really got it because I totally struggle to open jars of Doritos salsa, and this doesn't help. It doesn't help whatsoever. I've even had other people try and use it and it doesn't help. Now, it has helped me open other jars, like small jars of pickles and stuff, but this is not really the best bit, to be honest. I feel like I've got my money's worth out of it. I feel like it is worth £9.99, but I think there might be other openers out there that would help you better with jars. I'll see if I can find a picture of one and put it up here. But I've used one of them before and it works a million times better. But overall, it does its job. I mean, you can find these for a lot cheaper on Amazon and other places like that. So to be honest, I would advise that if you need one of these, just buy it on there. Next we have Mould Magic Extreme. I had quite a lot of mildew on my windowsill, like round the rubber bit. And I used to keep my windows open all the time. But over the past few months I've not been able to open them as often, so I've been getting condensation, and then I can't really get in behind my TV to dry my windowsill, so it's been causing mildew. And I have tried, and I am not joking, minimum 5 other products to get rid of this mildew, and it hasn't budged. It literally has not budged, and I've paid a lot more money for it than this. When I seen this on TikTok, I believe it was either £11 or £12 for 2. And when you see the advert, they put it on, they wipe it off and it's gone, and I'm like, alright, sure, I'll decide. So I bought it and I read the instructions, and it says you put it on like 3mm thick and then you leave it for 2 to 3 hours. So right away it's not as easy as just putting it on and wiping it off, but nothing ever is. So I was like, right, let's do this. So the problem that I had with this is you open it up and it's got the little seal on it, which is fine. You take that off, and then on the advert they're squeezing it out this bit. But the problem is getting into this bit. There's a wee bit here that's like thinner, but for the life of me I could not get into that. I tried putting a nail through it, I tried everything. I turned up basically like sawing the top of it off, and I've still got the other one here that I used. And I had to put this on because you can't seal it again. As you can see, that's absolutely destroyed. So that is problematic. I really wish that they would change the nozzle. I wish that the nozzle was inside and it was smaller and then it had a separate lid on top. It would just make life a lot easier, because I had tried to put it on like without the nozzle on it, but it was just going absolutely everywhere. And even with that cut off, I felt as if I wasn't getting enough precision because this bit's quite thick. So, didn't matter, I put it on anyway. Put it all over the mildew on the windowsill, left it for 3 hours, came back, and it looked, to me with the eyes, it looked exactly the same, right? Some of it had looked as if it started fading a wee bit, but some of it looked as if it was still identical. So I had absolutely no high hopes for this whatsoever. And I went and got my cloth and I wiped it off, and I was shocked. Let me tell you, I was completely shocked, right? When I wiped it off, like, I'm talking like 98% of this mildew had come off, and there was only a couple of wee specks here and there, and then there was like one bit in the very corner of the windowsill that I couldn't really get into, that I applied this on again, and it came off, and the rubber, it didn't look as if there'd ever been anything on it. It wasn't stained. It didn't have any residue. It didn't have any evidence that there'd ever been mould on it. And it was absolutely brand new looking. And I couldn't believe it. And I went down to my mum and I says, oh my god, you're never going to believe it. Like, I got that Mould magic. And it was amazing. And she was shocked as well, because she says that she bought this before and it didn't work. But maybe she only left it on for 2 hours. But I tell you, absolutely amazing. I was shocked. So say this was like 11 or 12 pound, completely worth it. For all the money that I've spent on other mould removing products, things that says, oh, like, spray it on and leave it, or just spray it on and wipe it off, nothing has made a difference at all. You would literally think that nothing had ever been sprayed on it, and then I use this and it's gone. Totally worth the money, 100% worth it. I remember years ago, we had mildew in our bath, like round about like the rubber of the bath, and we tried absolutely everything to get that off, no joke. We tried bleaching it, we tried like mould remover, we tried scraping it off, nothing, and as we were trying to scrape it off, we ended up just like damaging the rubber, and we had to get all the bath resealed again. This is the answer. This is the answer to your problems. If you've got any mould or mildew in your house, and you have had problems removing it, 100% buy this. I couldn't recommend it anymore. If it wasn't for the fact that this nozzle is bothersome and it gets in the way and it just doesn't let you do the job that you want to do, I would be giving this product a 10 out of 10, but because that's a problem and you can't reseal it again, I'm going to give it a 9. Let me know in the comments if you've used this product before and did it blow your mind as much as it blew mine. Hopefully you found this review helpful, and if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Bye!